now for the Shop Report with
Barbershop Jay.
What up, sports fans? Welcome to the Shop Report. I'm Barbershop Jay. I'll be your host for the day. Here's what's happening. As always, we want to remind you the Shop Report is brought to you by Rocket Digital Media. It's the one-stop shop for all your digital marketing needs. You can look them up on Facebook at RDM Detroit, or you can slide on over to the website, rocketdigital.net. That's ROCKIT digital.net. And make sure when you're there, while you're there, you tell them the BSJ sent you. And for all my folk out there in TV land, if you want to leave any questions or comments for today or on today's show, by all means, please do so, and we'll throw them up on the screen. With that being said, joining me on the program today is none other than the president and CEO of the Rented Mule Riders Association and my cat from the Rucker, a.k.a. Mr. Rucker Park. Brother Rich, what's happening? Yeah, all righty then. What's happening? Holla at your boy.
I'm good, man. How you feel? It's always good to be with you and the family on this program on a good day like this. How's the weather in Dallas, by the way?
Couldn't
Are you in Miami today?
I knew it. I kind of figured you was gonna start the button situation.
I'm just asking you how's the weather in your town.
Well, right now in Cleveland, it's probably about 55 degrees. And on the other side of the... See? This... You know what I'm saying? This is what we got to do, go through here on this show. And on the other side of the ledger, we got my man from up north, Joey James, a.k.a. Double J, who's co-founder and co-owner of the Rented Rocket Mule Riders Association. Double J, I want to say to the people, Detroit. Yes.
Double J, what's good, man?
What's going on? You know, I'm the prophecy of Ray Cash, real, recognize real.
Oh,
Cleveland, open up your doors.
Oh, okay, got you.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And last but not least, my arch nemesis, the world's #1 antagonist and speaker for the King Kang slang. I can't tell what he's saying. TJ, aka Shadow Man. What's
hey,
happening?
Man.
Oh,
don't quit your day job.
Yeah, okay, I won't. Yeah, you don't quit your night job. And make sure you got your shoes on the right feet, too. You thought I was about to give you the other kind of button, didn't you? All right, let's get right into it.
Don't let me start my buttons.
Man, I'm not worried about that. You ain't got no buttons. You got a rotary telephone over there, too, in the background, I see. Let's get the day's action started. Yeah, you do, man. Come on, man. Anyway. I'm trying to sit here. I can't understand how I got 3 esteemed co-hosts on this program platform or whatever you want to call it, and not nary one of you all told me that over in the UK specifically, that tag has become a world phenomenon. Yes, what happened? Why? I mean, what is that? What we doing now? Y'all not informing me, or what's happening here? We got a comment already. Yeah. Somebody getting ready to weigh in on y'all today. Yeah, I don't know who this is though. Oh wow, Miss Sheila Carter. I'm not sure. Vark Tech. I'm not sure what that is, but okay. Yeah, we gonna throw them up on the screen.
Commercial up there.
That's a follow of the King speaker.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can tell. No, sir, Burry Bob. Brother Rich. World Chase Tag, if you all would like to know. Again, I want to know why y'all ain't tell me about this. Why am I just now finding out about this?
Because on this program, sometimes you know, I know we venture out far and wide, but there's only so much time to discuss certain things, and we spend so much time with an individual trying to defend a non-existent goat that it just takes up a lot of the time. So sometimes we don't get to that.
Hey, listen, man.
Okay, got you.
You get that message I sent you, right, Barbershop?
No, I didn't get no message.
The one from Allen Iverson?
No, what one did you send me from Allen Iverson?
Yeah, he said, y'all know how he feels about Michael Jordan, but he said LeBron James, he that one, man. He meaning he's the one he chooses. mean, basically, he's saying he better than Michael Jordan.
No, he ain't basically saying.
At this point.
Hey, listen, but Brother Rich, ain't Allen Iverson the same guy who said, man,
I was gonna ask you
about Kobe?
Waving on that
come on,
opinion?
man. You know what I'm saying? Man, get out of here.
You know how many times he done waved?
Hell no.
Yeah, come on out of here.
Brian made him change his mind. It's cool.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, he changed his mind already.
Yeah, but see, we don't deal with people that change their minds often. We don't deal with that.
Exactly.
We don't deal with people. We don't deal with people that flip flop. You can't deal with a person who's wishy washy in their thinking like that.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
When AI is depressed, he say one thing. When he high, he say another thing. When he drunk, he say another thing.
That's what that is.
Okay. You know,
now we going right. Now we going right to AI. All right.
When they stick a microphone in him and the speaker is from Clutch, he say another thing. When it's ESPN, he say another thing. If it's Kobe's boy, he say another thing.
Okay, got you. Yeah, it's a lot of them out here that's doing that.
I love AI, but we gotta understand it's AI. Yeah. We deal with AI on the basketball court. We don't deal with him off the court. We don't really listen to what he says off the court. We just love him, and hey,
he was speaking about the court. He wasn't.
Yeah, but we worried. No, he ain't really speaking about the court. He's speaking politics. No, he wasn't speaking.
That's what he's doing. Yeah, that's TJ's favorite subject. Anywho, Double J, are you familiar with World Chase Tag?
I am. Just again, it's one of those. I wouldn't say.
And you didn't say nothing either, huh? Okay, I got you. Go ahead. What are you saying?
Well, no. I mean, look, there was once upon a time where certain sports networks used to actually, show you, other sports that were taking place. Now, as our host is pointing out here, it's up to us to shed some light on the world of the outside of the major four sports.
Well, just to give you a little bit of background here, World Chase Tag is an international championship for competitive parkour. Now, I knew, of course, parkour was guys jumping off buildings. We showed it a couple weeks ago, the Amazing Saggy Man. Shout out to the Amazing Saggy Man. Yeah, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. But it's for competitive parkour involving, of course, the game of tag. And the events are broadcast in the United States. I think it's on NBCSN, CN, NBCSN, CN, or something like that.
Get it together, man.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Anyway, and of course, again, in the UK. And their slogan is keep chasing and don't get caught. And I actually come across this World Chase Tag thing by happenstance. I'm going through a couple of the channels. I think it was a football NFL game on, might have been a Thursday night game or something or another. And it was boring. And I'm channel surfing. I can't sit still for whatever reason longer than 5 minutes. And I come across this World Tag Championship.
Miami years.
Yeah, got you. Right. So I'm just wondering, Brother Rich. I mean, you think we we might go get a couple cortisone shots and get the knees juiced up real quick, maybe and have a go at this thing right here. Yeah, man, y'all couldn't
hard
catch
pass
me.
for me, brother. Hard pass on that.
Okay, it's all good. Double J, you sitting there? I don't know what's going on in the background because we're getting ready. You know what the next subject topic is, right? That logo you got in the background. Not you, TJ. Settle down, Kimosabi. Settle on down. But yeah, I think we might have to sign up for some world parkour championships. You know what I'm saying? Get me a couple cortisone shots. It's all good. Yeah. Any last words on the world parkour? Double J, you gonna sign up?
The last words are those are sports for people who have nothing else to do and they make up a sport to jump over and flip over and run.
Yeah.
We don't have those sports in where we come from because we have those sports in the sense of you jump over that, run away from that dog, jump over that back fence, run from the police. That's our sense of parkour. But it's not. We don't have it as an Olympic sport. But in prominent communities, it becomes a sport, and so it has become a very prominent sport in European countries in particular. And Brazil is where they do that a lot. Yes. Yeah, so it's good if you want to check it out and you want to see some of the great human acrobatics and some of the great wonders that people do amazing things with. It's very, very interesting to watch if you want to really take a look at it. So I would encourage the listeners to go and get involved in it if you got a couple of minutes you want to spare and just see what kind of phenomenal things people can really do when they set their mind to it.
Okay, so in other words, it's really like when we was kids at the grocery store, hopping among aisle 9, aisle 10, and that kind of stuff. Like you said, we did all of that. Using the dirt bikes or jumping the ramps and all that old good stuff. I mean, it was kind of interesting, actually. You know what I'm saying? Because they got it's like an obstacle course all set up in the middle.
Absolute
like railings and stuff like that. Where guys mostly I would see skateboarders using, and these guys slide in and up and around through these. And I mean, the speed is like bop, 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 bop. So, I don't know how they do the scoring. The scoring is kind of unfamiliar to me. But again, it was my first time watching. But I will be revisiting the World Chase Tag Championships, especially. Up next, well, initially when I put together the information or the topics for today's show, Purdue was sitting at number 1. Shout out to Double J's Boilermakers. And then they went and had a Baker Mayfield Cleveland Browns moment.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Why do you have to use the Browns for all your salacious comments?
Yeah, you supposed to be a fan. It's cool, man.
No, he's not a fan. That's why I keep telling the listeners, this man is not a fan. We know he's a Cowboys fan. That's not just cap. That's real talk. Is it?
Oh, okay. Well, for all the 10 minutes, for the first time in school history, and this is NCAA men's basketball, of course, Purdue was ranked number 1. Wow, Double J, tell us what happened. Because I was all set to ask, can they become the 8th team in history to go wire to wire undefeated? But of course, we saw what happened. They lost to, who was that again?
Rutgers for the 3rd time in 2 years. So,
oh my goodness,
that's why I want to point that out. Yeah, there's a pattern there. However, they just went into overtime in won this evening against NC State. So they're 3-0 against the ACC this year. So everybody kind of pumped the brakes. Pretty simple. I mean, look, if you're going to lose on a buzzer beater, to the fact that it wasn't the fact that they'd achieved a number 1 status. It was the fact of how they became a number 1.
Okay, I give you that.
What I would consider kind of the old-fashioned way. There's no one and dones on that team. He's gotten Mr. Basketballs from multiple states to redshirt. And so understanding that, and he was able to keep this group for a while. And then, of course, even somebody like a Zach Edey, who played hockey until he was 14 years old. Now, granted, he's 7'4". And so, what is he, nearly 8 foot on skates.
Whoa! You said he played hockey until he was 14.
Yeah, so he only.
So where's he from though? Is he Canadian?
He is.
Okay, I was going to say because that's very, of course, more popular in Canada or places like Canada, of course, than it is in the States. Even of course, we got the National Hockey League and American teams. But go ahead, continue.
So we ultimately understood that to your question, if they would go wire to wire, the answer was no. And personally, I didn't want them to.
Gotcha.
It's in their best interest to take a loss, and you could tell by the way that they came out. I would have argued probably since that ranking was declared that almost the season was over then.
Wow!
Back it up that we've achieved what we've wanted to do, and the answer is no. This is a team that after they were eliminated last year, they all kind of rallied together and they were in the gym from the moment they had lost. So, there's a lot of determination. Jaden Ivey is likely a lottery pick. I'm telling you, get a stopwatch or somebody ultimately by tournament time will sports science how quickly he can go from end to end.
Well, I told you in a text that we do here with via cell phones or whatever. That was my first couple times seeing the guy, and I was like, wow, he just kind of jumps off the screen at you. And who's the big guy in the middle too? He's pretty good too.
So you have Trayvion Williams. Again, this is somebody that redshirted at one point. He's an All-American. This is what I mean about the chemistry that the team has. He's an All-American coming off the bench as a senior. So not only was he willing to redshirt, not only willing to take it a step further and say, look, I start games slow, but I'm a closer. I will finish games.
Okay, got you.
So it's in the best interest of the team for me to come off the bench. I'm willing to do that. That type of sacrifice is what ultimately you really, if you're just a casual fan, this is the type of team that you root for because they blue collared their way to it.
Got you. TJ, who do you root for in college basketball this year? Go ahead and say Arizona. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, why would I say Arizona?
Oh, I don't know. Because you like Brother Rich and Double J. You be saying outlandish stuff. So I figured I would just throw it in right quick for you right there.
I'm rooting for number 21. State, I think.
Me?
I just got a question. Do y'all think
okay.
do y'all think the talent pool is not that much like that high this year or what? Because Purdue number 1, it just makes me think it's a even playing field or something.
Not at all.
No. I really couldn't. I really couldn't tell you. Villanova took it on the chin today. My Razorbacks is doing pretty well, but Villanova, they took it on the chin.
But I think he's raising an interesting point.
Go ahead. What?
TJ is making the point that I was going to make. He's raising a very interesting point. Dare I say that when we begin to clear out the weeds of the hypocrisy of the NC2A, where players can actually not have to rush to go to the NBA and can actually stay in college, and the best players are able to clear out and go to the league, where you move out the foolishness, where I don't have to be one and done, where the players who are really going to college are really college players, and the NBA players are in the NBA and not pretending to go to Kentucky for a couple of weeks. They're not pretending to do that. They're actually in the league. So a school like Purdue then can have a team of real college basketball players, and you can really see the players getting better every year, and you produce good, consistent pros. That's what a program like Purdue is designed to produce. So that's why TJ is pointing out to us that we're looking at something that more represents equality. I was taught that we're all created equally, but we're not all created equal. So that Kyrie Irving don't have to spend the same amount of time in college as some other 4-year player. So that's what he's talking about. I think we ought to pay attention to that. That's absolutely right.
TJ. Okay, TJ. So you coming with the noise today? Is that what you're doing?
That's Brother Rich, man. I like how
he broke that down.
Brought that alley-oop for me, yeah, man.
Okay, good. So
I knew you wasn't gonna do it.
That's what we got going on here.
Why? Yeah. What's that about?
I'm just saying, y'all buddies. You know what I'm saying? I like how you fish back off of him. He fish back off of you, and he's for the first time. He's gonna sit back and let you have your say and all of that. But when I get to talking, everybody want to be all disrespectful. But guess what?
Because we heard all the stories about your grandfather. We heard about the Cowboys. We heard about Michael Irvin.
So disrespectful.
And it's Scarface fantasy.
Hey, you know what? I'm telling you, Double J, we're gonna have to, even if we do it just one time, I'm gonna have to put that video up of the battle between Ray Lewis and Eddie George when football was football. And then we'll see all of this talk about South Beach and all of that. But it's real funny how you lambaste South Beach, but you be down there every other weekend. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's unbelievable.
I love Miami. I cannot lie. Miami is a wonderful place. I have no problem with Miami.
You know what I'm saying? I can see you now. You're on the beach with my ties talking about I can't stand them dang old hurricanes. let me get another one of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead on with that. At the end of the day, for me, it's still early, of course, in the season, and I'm sure as the season progresses, we will go more into college basketball and whatnot. But one thing about college basketball, even though we've seen the tide turn in terms of style of play and so on and so forth, that NCAA tournament, man, is you can't get by that. You know what I'm saying? That's one and done for real. You get what I'm trying to say? And to have to play one round against a team that you really don't, how much time do you get to prepare for your first round opponent, whoever you are? You know what I'm saying? The Kentuckys and the Blue Bloods don't seem to be as blue bloodish. Ooh, is that a way to say that? Wow. As they once were, you know what I mean? Like TJ, to your point, I think about leveling the playing field, so to speak. You're starting to see some of the what would they call them, mid-majors kind of move to the forefront or a little bit further up or whatnot. I'm just saying, man, that NCAA tournament, you play, let's say, for instance, you are, let's say you're Purdue, And one night you got the first round, you got to play Kentucky, and then the next round you got to play Arizona. You know, you don't have time to prepare for the different types of styles. Like, of course, you do in the NBA. You get a 7-game series. You know what I'm saying? So if you beat me the first night, I can go back and watch about 25 minutes of film and figure out a way to, you know, maybe even the series, you know, the next night or so on and so forth.
Why it's called March Madness?
Yeah. I mean, I miss defenders, you know, slapping the floor, you know, and mano y mano. But that's one thing about college basketball that is still tried and true. Still some sort of purity, if you would, is that doggone March Madness. But at the end of the day, even though I haven't watched a lot so far this year, I've watched enough, of course, with my sons and whatnot. Arizona, man, they look. I thought Villanova. I don't know what happened to them today. But Arizona, man, they look like the strongest team right now. They look like the strongest team, even though, again, Double J, your Boilermakers are not out of things or whatnot.
No. Look at Scott Drew's team. So speaking of Indiana guy, that's your national champion with Baylor. So Purdue.
I was going to Villanova next.
They by far they held Villanova to under 40 points today.
Well, that's not hard to do. Villanova's not no high top time scoring machine or whatever. They just play every possession they just play every possession for the most part.
In a reload.
Are we saying that Michigan is not going to have a team this year? Are y'all just canceling on Michigan?
Oh, no. I mean, those guys have lost so much. I'm surprised.
Yeah, brother.
Ron Howard is not feeling a little toasty by the fire, you know, this holiday season.
Penny too, brother Rich. Penny Hardaway.
Yeah. And that's a shame. That's a shame because of what happened with Amani. Yeah. And it does not look like it's going to end well. And, you know, coach having both that coaching staff, Larry Brown and Rasheed Wallace there. And you're telling me you're on a 4-game losing streak, losing to guys like Murray State? Come on.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm with you on that. Larry Brown especially. But to Barry Sanders' point one time, they asked him why you don't go into coaching. He said, just because you were a great player or great at something before that happens, he said, doesn't always mean you're going to translate to being a great coach.
But see, again, I don't know that college programs work like that. College programs, because of the nature of it, you got to look at what Double J is telling us. You got people who were redshirted, who've been on campus, who've been around, they have relationships. You got to build these programs. You got to be able to recruit and get these. You got to be able to do that, you know? And so how long has he had down there? How long have they had? Jawan just got to Michigan. You got to be able to get there and get players in that really will understand who and what he brings to that and be able to recruit that area. We got to talk about those kind of things. It's not just I just get there and because I was in the NBA or because I'm so-and-so. Yeah. We know that he can recruit Memphis. We do know he will be able to do that. And he would have had a top 10 recruit, as we all know, had the NCAA and the league that other people not got involved in his business.
Well, you know, remember the whole story with Penny going to Memphis. Not only is he from there, but he was taking care of a childhood friend.
Right.
And
that's right. Yeah.
Yep. So, you know, very, very touching story. And he was able to, you know, pretty much rebuild this, at least on paper, I would have argued equally to what Coach, you know, Calipari did years ago with Derrick Rose. So it's, you know, again, it's December. You know, I'm not willing to write anybody off, especially with that type of talent, because you're talking about literally a kid who's going to be a guaranteed lottery pick. You know, unfortunately, there's no debate on Amani. His record speaks for itself, but he's still 18 years old. I don't even think he's 18 yet. So you're talking about maybe a kid who really should be a junior in high school, which is just astounding. So, and to your point, bro, Rich, about now that players can get what they're valued at, we just seen that with the kid who's transferring from Ohio State, played maybe like 2-3 snaps all season, has $1 million in his pocket. So now he's looking at it from, hey, I can go here and make equal to that before July. And so, you know, again, this is where really push comes to shove. This is the benefits of capitalism. And what is the most interesting to me is college is going to prove or disprove the NBA's major market theory. Because, again, we're talking about waving the wheat in Kansas. These blue blood programs are also generally in the bluegrass and, you know, out in the middle of the sticks.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're telling me they got the deepest pockets out there, and it doesn't translate on the other? Come on now. That's why I kind of come full circle with it. And I challenged our own program. I said, look, we had 26 something astronauts. You're telling me we don't have enough to pony up to get to make sure these kids are taken care of?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you talking about the NIL situation. I mean, it's going to get better, bigger and better, or whatever the case may be. They can't. I mean, we all see what was really going on. You know what I mean? The whole deal with greed and so on and so forth. They said they can't do it for these and such reasons, just like the college football playoff. And we'll be talking about that probably on next week's show in a little bit more in depth. Yeah, I mean, in the terms of the format. And I've always asked the question in regards to that. Like, excuse me, if the FCS can have 24 teams in a playoff, why can't the FBS, why is it such a big deal about 8 or 12 or whatever the case may be? Come on, man. Stop it.
Well, the question's really going to come down to now, do they shorten the season to get these kids, or how do they incentivize the kids to play in the bowl games?
Well, and let's ask TJ,
their next problem, especially if you expand that like they want to 12 or 13 teams, whatever it may, ultimately be, be when dust settles. Because now TJ, you're talking about playing 3 more weeks. Please?
On what exactly?
Oh, wow. Okay, so you're here, but you're not here. That's why we was coming to you, man. I see. It's all good. You being shadow man right now, even though you can be seen. It's all good, man. I mean, I'm with you, man. I know. I work at the same place you do. It do the same thing to me. You know what I mean? I be in mid-sitting telling the kids, go clean your room up, and then like, wait, what was I saying? Oh, okay, I got you. But you don't have no excuse. I do. I don't have no hair. So I'm, you know what I'm saying? I get a pass for not being able to remember.
I'm listening, but I want to know, like, what part of that, were you talking about what Double J was saying, or what?
Yes, what Double J was saying. Yes, what Double J was saying.
You talking about like how they can incentivize the 8?
Yes.
Or the, I thought we talked about this already, but I said, like, you got to spread it out a little bit more, man.
Okay. All right.
I'm really lost right now because I ain't expecting to come to me.
No, don't worry about it. Because you're going to hear about this. You're going to hear about this.
What Double J is talking about will work in college. That works at a college level. And it's meant for college. It's the idea of college, the whole camaraderie nature of it is you can do that in a Kansas. You can do that anywhere. So you go up to O State. We know what that's like. That's a whole environment, a whole community in and of itself. So these campuses and college environments can very well produce that kind of camaraderie, that it enables them to kind of create that kind of team effort and bonding. However, on a professional level, it's about everybody looking out for their individual selves. And the NBA has a different culture. I don't know that it works as the same in the NBA. But in college, for college sports, I think that's good. The name, image, likeness, I can get the same kind of deal in Kansas as I can in Michigan, as I can in Philadelphia, as I can in Detroit. Wonderful. Why not?
You know what? Right. Not necessarily off topic because we are talking about college, but I just wanted to throw this in there. Hugh Jackson got the head coaching job at Grambling. I think that's a good deal. Yeah, I think so too. That's a good fit. I asked Herm. Herm said, yeah. Let's give a.
Yeah, there you go. We can't have 2 people over here falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, that's. I just said I don't want to see him back in the NFL, but I think that's a good deal for Grambling. Again, I asked Herm, I said, "You think that's a good fit?" He's like, "Absolutely, unquestionable." About 35 exclamation marks. So we'll see how that turns out. This whole HBCU, man. The spotlight. It's starting to really turn. You know what I mean? It's starting to really, it's starting to shine bright over there, man. I ain't mad at them.
Jackson State only lost by 10 today to Iowa State. I'm telling you right now, if they were to play some other teams, I'm
more of a contest.
Absolutely.
Well,
now Iowa State is a sleeper team for me. They're 17th, in the nation right now, but they got guys from Minnesota that transferred over there. Again, the rules have changed a little bit. It's easier to make money, getting off the likeness. And if you get the opportunities that, hey, your coach got fired, you could see the same movement for the players, the same way that we grilled these coaches a week ago for the nonsense that they were doing. I'm glad to see these players move and achieve some success by getting some better opportunities on their end. But Jackson State almost won that game. So I hope this is a trend. I think Mikey Williams is going to go to HBCU as well.
And also Michael B. Jordan. Let's give a shout out to him, the actor. He's putting together the HBCU Classic on the hoop side. He was on, for sure. Yeah, he was on, I think, NBA TV. TJ, did you see that? Who you dialing? Who you calling, Brian? You trying to get Brown on the show? I mean, I'm just saying, man. Come on, man. Let us know, TJ. He said of course, Michael B. Jordan said he's committed to bringing change back to the community. I forget the day or date. I started to write it down. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, TJ just sent me a text. You lost your voice.
Yeah, man.
Oh, well, tell us right quick, if you would, just right quick. What happened? How'd you lose your voice?
It's called a cold.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Hey, listen.
I wasn't at work on Friday either because of that.
Okay, well, that's fine with me. Listen, but you listen, just like a player on the field.
He's outside running around naked, screaming Bron's name in that ministry.
I was gonna say he's taking these Laker losses real hard these days.
Take advantage.
No, Brother Rich, come on, man. Oh man, TJ, he going for the juggler, and he
is.
Yeah, see how he do? That's how him and Double J do. They agree with you 1 minute, they like Sour Patch Kids. You know what I'm saying? They sweet, and then they switch up on you.
No, Double J ain't never did me like that, man.
No, it is coming. Oh, trust me, I deal with it every week. It's coming. But guess
the
what?
Snake at the bottom over there.
Oh no! Listen, hey, let me tell you something. When you come on the program, man, you got to realize every man for himself. That's how it is at the shop. Okay, today's cousin style. Every man, it all start out kumbaya. You know what I'm saying? Till somebody get cut and be like, "Hey, man, what you?" And then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? A fight broke out.
Yeah, Rich like a little Sour Patch Kid today, man. He was all sweet and nice and cuddly at first. Helping me out.
What?
Nephew.
Stop stealing my line.
I got your back.
I just said that.
In all areas, except I got to tell the truth. The blotter report say you were in. The report says that somebody saw you outside the library, standing there naked, screaming Brown's name, talking about you looking at evidence.
And then they don't say it again.
And the police came because there was some drug paraphernalia standing by. So I'm just telling you. I'm concerned for you now.
But this
I'm
is the
just
guy
putting
who
it out for the people so that if they see you, nobody will hurt you because I don't want to harm my man.
Next week got you. Going down, man. I'm gonna let you slide this week.
Yeah, hey, but this is the same guy who loves South Beach. But anyway, the one-day showcase this Michael B. Jordan is putting together will be held at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, and will feature, of course, 4 of the top Division I HBCU men's and women's basketball programs. So again, give a shout out to my man Michael B. Jordan for putting that together, man. Yeah, I'm liking the fact
that's the real Jordan doing his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
Prisons and jails around the
That's not the same.
Now see how disrespectful this generation is.
Yeah, that's not the same Michael Jordan.
How is he gonna say he named after the GOAT, and he gonna say that's the one who the namesake is the real Jordan?
I'm just saying.
This is why you was outside screaming, took your pajamas off, threw it on the people's car, caused an accident on the highway.
Yeah. No, I had to give a button. Brother Rich, stop doing that. Stop, settle down, King Wasabi. TJ, that same Michael Jordan, that's not the same guy. The Bill Prison, not the same guy. I wish people would stop saying that without looking it up first to see what's what.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not it's not.
It sounds like him though.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Anyway, I'm looking forward. So this last thing on this.
The blotter report sound like you. Is there any truth to that?
So on the one last thing on the college basketball tip, we discussed Gonzaga. Okay, I asked how do you defend Chet, but right now, they of course obviously are not invincible. But does Baylor replace them? I mean, is Baylor the odds-on favorite now, or is it too early to say really much of who is or who ain't?
I saw Baylor today. If you're gonna talk basketball, Baylor looked nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
They look still strong.
What's going on with Syracuse and Georgetown, man? Did you see that Syracuse and Georgetown game?
I was glad that Georgetown won. If you had asked me what team I want to see do well, it's Georgetown.
Yeah, me too.
So what's going on? They're shooting too many jumpers.
Oh man, no.
Too many 3 points.
Okay, so in other words, when Brother Rich say something, you ain't got your voice. But when I say something, you find your voice. Okay, man.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
See what I'm saying?
He's got to pick and choose.
Oh, okay. Oh,
gotta make them count.
Yeah, got you.
Well, second, yo, I gotta get my. I'll be right back. I gotta get the door for my son.
Oh. Yeah, and in addition to that, well,
what's your son coming with a Kobe jersey on?
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. He does. No, that was the little baby that he had on here the last time. The little baby was doing better than he was the first time. You know what I'm saying? I understood all that goo gagulation, baby. You know what I'm saying? I understood the goo gagulation. Well, until we get my man back. Yeah, I'm thinking the Baylor. They did. They look real good. But Arizona again too, man.
Oh,
but
stop. Based on what? Beating an Illinois team? Come on.
Well,
and Illinois is still short a guy right now. You know, again, this
Illinois ain't garbage.
Illinois.
Well, we got to take what we got, man. Everybody, name me a sports team, professional or otherwise, that has not been somewhat afflicted by what's going on with COVID and so on and so forth. You know how many people are on the protocol list right now? There's people playing cricket. If people playing rugby. Brandon got to win, not the baby. Yeah, yeah, B. Yeah. Yeah, that's my man B win. Yeah, the baby. Yeah, the baby. Oh my goodness, the baby was a whole lot better. But yeah, I mean, how many teams are not? Everybody's NHL. I mean, it's all across the board, man. If somebody's out due to something or whatever. Oh, and you know what, too.
But this is the point that I'm trying to make here about about this team behind me is that they have the depth. They're 10 deep. We got Indiana Mr. Basketball to redshirt this year.
But what did the coach say after that game? And I'm in total agreement with him.
Well, of course, they got to play harder. They got pushed.
You can't allow teams to be close.
Absolutely.
You can't. If you are what they you know my line. If you are what they say you are, then you don't let.
And that's why I defer to Baylor. Close. That's why you are even hearing from me. Defer to Baylor. If they're going to play at their best, sure. It's not the fact that I don't have blinders on.
Okay, I got you.
That I went there. But Baylor right now, what Scott Fruit did, they are the reigning national champions. So it is very difficult to argue against that, despite the folks that went to the next level from that program. They simply reloaded, and you could see it. It was on full display. You know, Jay Wright doesn't get smoked like that often.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That was a little eye-opening, but we'll see. I mean, it's still early.
And to TJ's point about Ohio State, it really is going to come down to how much development his Michi Johnson has this year, because they lost the 2 point guards they had in the transfer gentlemen that they had last year also. So that whole side of the court there needs it. So if he develops into who we think he could be, you got Zed Key, you got Kyle Young who came back, you have of course CJ Liddell, you got one of the best groups, and that was on full display against Duke. So
the Big Ten Conference historically has always been a tough conference in college basketball, but are they? Well, I seem to have got lambasted when I asked about a certain division being the toughest. Well, I'm going to ask
hey, look how he's trying to tiptoe around this one, bro.
What do you mean? Before you express what you are. Just be yourself. Just be who you are, bro.
I didn't have to say that. I didn't even have to put forth that little bit tidbit of information. I see what I'm saying. I lay it out. I lay it out there for you all. And you all just, okay. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what, man. We do ship live animals at the post office, right? Okay. Well, them rented mules, I'm telling you, they on the way. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, you get a special delivery, buddy.
Well, send some clothes to TJ's house. He in trouble right now.
Yeah, no. What we send to TJ's house is 2 aspirins. TJ, put that bottle down. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back. No, maybe. Okay, got you. And we move on to our last.
I'm gonna let y'all slide this week. I promise. Okay, well, I promise. Your day coming next Sunday.
It's
I'm
all
gonna have
good.
to add the new
Oh, actually, hold on. Are we gonna be here next Sunday?
Most likely,
well,
yes.
I was gonna say I'm selling my my tickets again. That's why I'm not there today. I'm here because I'm here. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate that, Double J. You know what I'm saying? You're doing
Double
us a favor.
J for the win for the P program.
Yeah, he's sacrificing. Yeah, sacrificing.
Got him.
Unbelievable.
Anyway,
I gotta be all that, man.
What? What you say?
Why you gotta be all that with my partner, man?
Okay. Oh, my bad. I forgot I hit the wrong one. That's the one.
I could have been there sitting on the bench just like James.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, why you don't got no good buttons for us? You got all bad buttons for us.
Yeah, because that's what y'all just you get what you get what you give. I don't know what you talking about. You want me to give myself a button? Yeah, absolutely.
I never heard that button right there.
Oh wow, what you mean you never hear that button right there?
When I say anything, I never get that button.
Okay, well just keep trying. You know what I'm saying? You a little engine that could.
I don't want it either.
Now you defiant. Okay, all right then. No, I don't want those. Give me back my socks. Yeah, I know. I went through that. I got brothers and sisters too. But anyway, our last item up for bid for today's P portion of the P program. Excuse me, I almost bit my tongue there. Sorry about that. Of course, is our NFL pick'em for Week 15. The Thursday night game we start off with, of course, is the Chiefs at the Chargers. Now, keep in mind, now this is a division battle, and of course, the NFL playoff push is heating up. All right, Brother Rich, who you got? Chiefs at the Chargers.
As said on this P program, the Chiefs were going to get back in rhythm, and Patrick Mahomes is doing Patrick Mahomes type things.
Okay, so now he's Jordan again. Now he's Jordan again.
No, not again. We said he was Jordan. He's been. And what we said was his team failed him. His team failed him.
Oh, okay. So it was
Double
fault.
J pointed out on this very same P program.
Okay.
Double J listed the injuries, the key positions that had been hurt throughout the year for us several times on this P program.
Yeah, but Double J was selective about the things that he was pointing out. He didn't point out the interceptions that was being thrown by Michael B. Jordan. I'm sorry. Yes. Wakanda for life.
Terrible. That's
get it. Yeah. Oh, okay. I get it. Yeah. Well, I'm with you. Okay. So the Chiefs back in the driver's seat. That what you're saying? They the AFC's favorite.
That's what you're hearing.
Oh, absolutely. Now, TJ, who you got? Chiefs at the Chargers.
I'm taking the Chargers, man. I like what I'm seeing from the Chargers quarterback right now, man. He got a good.
All right.
Hey, he might have the best long ball.
Your first time, TJ, you got the applause button, man.
I said I didn't want it, man.
Oh. My bad. I ain't hear you. Continue.
Anyway, he might have the best long ball in the game right now, man. He put one on his receiver today. I said, that remind me of some Dan Marino highlights. You know, I only seen the highlights. I never seen the actual game.
Okay, I'm glad you were specific right there because I was about to chop you.
I know.
You about to get Gensued, baby. Gensued. Double J, who you got? Chiefs at the Chargers.
Wow.
Here we go. He getting ready to say the Broncos. Watch.
Despite, Justin Herbert seems to torch weak secondaries. I think this is going to be a must win for the Chargers. So if they're going to make any kind of push at all, or if they don't want to revisit the Chiefs' kingdom in 3 more weeks, then they have to take full advantage of this opportunity. However, despite that, Patrick Mahomes, and they're running the ball. Darrell Williams and Clyde Edwards-Helaire are doing very, very well. You're seeing them win games without relying on Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. All that does is basically open things up for, and this is the thing too, Mahomes hasn't really ran. He's looking downfield when he's scrambling.
I don't think he's 100%.
I mean,
this is NFL football, but when I say I don't think he's 100%, I'm talking about some guys play through injuries, but I think he might still be hurt if that makes any sense. I don't think he's 100% because I watched a couple of the games, and you know what? And to tell you the truth, man, shout out to Josh Gordon. he had a touchdown and whatnot. You know what I mean? He did his 1-2. And then before we go any further, actually,
you ain't have to mention that, dude.
Why not? Don't be
I was hoping they would have ran the ball. I have CEA on my team.
He cost us so many games by not playing for us.
Oh my, TJ, don't be a congratulator. Before we go any further, I do want to say our thoughts and prayers go out to the Thomas family. Demarius Thomas passed here, unfortunately, or unexpectedly, of course. Now, I'm not sure from what or how or whatnot. They say it was health related, but I mean, we all know it's a part of life, but still, it still doesn't. He was 33 years old. Yeah, when it happens, of course, I didn't know the guy. I can speak. Well, Brother Rich, you probably did, but we won't go down that road all the way. No, I'm being serious. No, I tell everybody all the time, I mean, a lot of the folks that and whatnot, but at the end of the day, though, from what you hear about him, what was written about him, and I think the Lions and who are they playing today? That was a nice thing that they did when they came out with 10 men on the field and without his spot. Yeah, and Denver and my bad, Denver and the Lions, and they of course they had to throw a penalty or whatever for not enough men on the field, whatever the penalty was, and then the Lions declined the penalty. So shout out to the Lions and the Broncos organization for acknowledging Demarius Thomas, who passed away unfortunately, unexpectedly. Yeah, that was a thing, man. That kind of stuff still kind of is hits you in the gut, even though you don't know the person, personally. Because again, everything I've read about him or seen, stuff written and said about the guy, he was a pretty upstanding person and a player. You know what I mean? So, again, my condolences go out to him and his family at this time. Double J, who you got? Raiders at the Browns.
Oh, this is easy. Cleveland.
Oh, is
Cleveland.
it? Oh,
Dog pound.
Okay, all right. Again,
This is why I told you I'm going to make everybody eat their words. Okay, started today. I said this was what was going to happen. They're going to win 5 of the next 6 games. So I'm waiting. Green Bay is that loss for the record. But
why? No. We don't do that. Why? No. If you riding with who you riding with, I'm riding with who I'm riding with.
You have to be
through
realistic
whatever.
too. You can't have the blinders on. No fandom here. Facts.
Facts.
So in other words, did that deserve a button?
I thought that was
a good button. You're gonna give it a good button for being okay.
Yeah, and that too. Man, go ahead on, man.
Come on, man. You can't be a hater and a host.
I'll give you one for that, TJ. I'll give you one for that, TJ. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll give you one of these too. Yeah, that's what it sounded like, what you just said. But anywho, you got the Browns, right? Yeah, talking about the Green Bay is a loss. Absolutely not. If you down with them, you down with them through thick and thin. Brother Rich, you got Raiders at the Browns. Oh, wow. Really?
Dog pound territory.
Let's go. You heard him. Let's go.
Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, I'll give you that one.
Don't make me get the bones down from up there.
Come on, man.
What do you mean, the milk bone dog biscuits? Man, they don't even hold up in milk. Man, nobody trying to hear that. TJ,
look
who
at the hate. You see the hate coming out?
Oh, yeah.
I said they don't hold. I said the milk bone dog, but that's not hate.
He's going to have to wipe his screen down, all the steam coming out.
Yeah. Oh, hell no.
Hey, he's going to be tired of us.
We will not be tolerating disrespect on this platform any longer.
You gonna break that button
for
today.
Sure that they were going to be. They would have lost this week, and that's why he was. It was too late to change it.
What are you? Oh wow! I'm not. You know what? I'm not. That's clickbait. I don't respond to clickbait. That's what. Oh, I see what y'all doing here. It's a pattern. You know what I'm saying? Connect all the blocks. Yeah, we'll put the square in around the peg hole or whatever it's called. Who did not come to? TJ, did you pick them? Did you pick the Browns or you picked the Raiders? Oh boy. Anyway, yeah, got you, Brother Rich. The Patriots at the Colts. Who you got?
Patriots.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's a Bill Belichick special right there. He's lined up. That's where he proves his mettle in a game like that. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So we know Belichick gonna take away Jonathan Taylor, but
that's what I'm telling you.
It's Carson Wentz up to the task.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, because I mean Belichick is one of them guys. Didn't he run the ball 465,000 times in that game and passed it twice?
What we're talking about. This is Bill
you know
Belichick.
what I'm saying? So I'll say this about him. I'm getting feedback from somebody. I can hear it in my headphones. The one thing that he plays, he makes adjustments based off the flow and the feel of the game. And he makes his calls accordingly as well. Some coaches, when we talk about, y'all say it's coaching, they don't make adjustments. They could go in prior to half. They can see how the game is unfolding and go into a halftime and come out and still be doing the same thing. What's up with that? Bill is not one of them type of guys, man. He called 46 runs because he saw that the game was, hey, that's where it was going. And that's what I'm going to keep on doing. It's all to the good. Double J, who you got? Patriots at the Colts.
I just can't believe what just happened in the time that we've been watching this. But I'm actually going to go with the Colts here. Now, wait, let me ask first, just to confirm. Is it in Indianapolis?
It's in Indianapolis.
I'm
picking the Colts too. I am. I'm picking the Colts.
Very underrated defense, first and foremost. I think this is a very competitive and comparable matchup where I despite what you pointed out and highlighted with what they were capable of doing against Buffalo, we've talked at length with both the weather conditions of that game last week and then also the injuries that have happened to New England. So they were able to be effective, and Bill's always done that. He's always, if anybody was kind of the pioneer of using, tandem running backs, in his case, if you're on the roster at that position, there's a chance it is highly probable you're going to get on the field and do something, even if you're a specialist at catching behind the back. He'll find a way to use you.
Yeah, he does. He's very good at that too, utilizing anybody and everybody.
If they get it, one thing that many have forgotten is Indy's gotten healthier throughout the year with T.Y. Hilton and Michael Pittman, while Michael Pittman Jr. has been able to kind of grow into the role. Not only that, of course, they have the tight ends as well. And Carson, of course, was playing on pretty much with his ankles kind of pointing at each other. For the most part, all season long. So he's continued to get healthier. And you've seen the benefits of that. Them coming off a week's rest finally this late in the year. Mm-hmm. I actually am going to lean towards Frank Reich on this one. And think Bill struggles where he struggled historically.
Speaking of Frank Reich, he has had some memorable playoff moments himself. Excuse me, with the Buffalo Bills. I think they were down to the Houston Oilers at the time, 3,000-3. And before it was all over with, the score was 41-38, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yeah, my memory ain't as bad as y'all want it to be, and y'all trying to make the people who watch us think that it should be, because it shan't and it ain't not. TJ, who you got? Yeah, you like that? Did you like that? I saw you, Brother Rich. All right, it's all good. I thumbs up to you too, buddy. TJ, who you got? Patriots.
Give yourself a button before I even ask.
Oh, okay.
No. Another one.
Wow.
No. You told me to give myself a button, and I did. That's
not the one we was looking for.
Oh, okay. Well, which one was you looking for? I'll give you, Brother Rich and Double J, a button. How about that?
My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy and me.
Yeah, my buddy and me like to climb up the tree. Anyway, man, who do you have? Patriots at the Colts, man.
All right. I'm going to take the Patriots because I think we all can agree they're going to take away that run game. Fine. And then only thing you got left is Wentz, and he going to throw a lot of ducks. And they got good cornerbacks. I don't see the Colts beating them. Ain't no Peyton Manning over there. And even if it was, it's still be hard.
All right, that's fair, but it is in Indianapolis. It is in Indianapolis. And you know what, Brother Rich, I think it was you, speaking of the Bills, Double J. Speaking of the Bills, man, they done fell off.
They just fought back. That's what I'm talking about right now. They just
like somebody on this
program. They're in overtime right now.
Oh, the Bills are in overtime right now. I stand
against
corrected.
The Gold. They were dead in the water.
I thought you were talking about the Cincy game.
That one too. Went in the overtime.
That game is crazy. I mean, it's over now. They lost it.
It went in overtime. See, I had to shut everything down to get us ready to come into the studio today. So I didn't get to see the tail end of a few of those games. I was watching the Cincy game for a minute there. What happened? Can I see? This is what I'm talking about right here. This is why you all get buttons. This is exactly why.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I can't get no updates live while we on the P-roll.
All I'm saying is, as in the dark out, as our host wanted, he was ready to hit the road and go and have lunch with his cousin in Columbus in Cincinnati.
Wow. Double J, you cracking funnies now? Says the guy.
Circle the wagons a bit.
Oh, please. This is real funny how the two guys I know who stayed on. Can I see the card? Your frequent flyer Miles card? Can I see it? Can I see you, Brother Rich, you too. Don't sit over. Don't try to hide. Don't try to hide. These dudes all over.
Not I, sir. I don't know what you're speaking of.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, that's your story, and you're sticking to it. But anyway, go ahead, Double J. Would you go ahead and finish? Can I finish getting the update?
Well, you had packed all your belongings. And
so you're gonna finish with that. You're gonna pick up from there where you left
off. Cleveland's dead last in the division, and
I never said that.
That receiving core, Cincinnati, and Joe Burrow's the real deal.
You sure was going there with it.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I never said that.
He was in the woods or the weeds. I mean, that they called a jungle down there, Paul Brown.
Wow.
And just like Paul Brown was going to go south himself, which we've already seen before, just not to the deep south in Dallas like we're used to.
So I guess your favorite cartoon growing up was Aesop's Fables. Boy.
What is that? Hey, what is that you talking about? Is that like a white cartoon or something?
What you say, TJ? The tall tales that we see on this program. I mean, my gosh, they're talking about outlandish. I remember Herm was telling me the story once. He plays Little League Baseball. He said he played in the game. He hit 2 home runs. By the time he was 30, the story said he hit 35 home runs in the game. That's what we do here. Embellish. What were you saying, TJ?
Was that cartoon in black and white you was referring to?
Oh, you wanted a button.
Oh, hell no.
You wanted a button. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You always want, don't Brother Rich, don't do
that.
That
wasn't a joke. I really want to know.
No, it was a joke. Your deliverance made it a joke. Don't try to play with me, man. Cut me in and cut it out. Double J, the Washington football team at the Eagles. Is that even worth discussing or picking? Who you got?
My goodness. Philly.
Oh, okay. Well, that was quick. Oh, all right. Brother Rich, who you got? Washington football team.
I mean, it looked like the 3 blind mice out there, quarterback.
Absolute facts.
See how they run. We get it. Yeah. They all run after the farmer's wife. She cut off their tail with a carving knife. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, 3 blind mice. TJ, who you got? Washington football team at the Eagles.
Oh no, I'm looking for a coin.
I just see what I'm saying.
No, I know. We
that's how you were standing outside the library
so
looking for
our host.
Yeah.
Do you take 71 or do you take 75 to Cincinnati?
I'll take the sidewalks, baby. I drive on the sidewalks. Y'all better ask somebody. They don't call me Jay Fiddle Party for nothing. Y'all thought Formula One wasn't my favorite sport? Are you serious, man? Cut it out. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, let me say something about that right quick too. I don't know if you all been following it, but I have. Yeah. This whole he's a good driver, Max Verstappen is, but now that Lewis Hamilton then took over the lead, I don't know if that race was today.
No, it's over.
Oh, okay.
You missed it. He passed him. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't want a spoiler alert.
I'm hearing some controversy, Double J. I saw on Twitter they were talking about a lot of controversy.
Exactly. Well, leading up to it, Max had got to saying this and that, talking about Lewis did some foul stuff or whatever it is. Man, stop, cut it out, man. Buckle your chin strap and go ahead and drive, man.
And don't try to. And even that, and they did.
Okay, to spoil it for me, did Lewis win?
No.
Oh, absolutely.
He almost did. Almost.
There's a lot of controversy be sparked by that.
I'm telling you, that's why you need to watch it.
I will. Yeah, and I didn't catch it.
It.
Oh my gosh, I didn't catch
that. Was
it.
That was a wonderful way to start the morning. That was high intensity.
Yeah, and that was my intention. But we had a power outage here. Everything was out. they just start coming back on earlier this morning or whatnot. So, but anyway,
well,
that's
according to TJ. It's still, you're still running on candlelight.
Oh, hell no.
I can picture you now walking around with that little cat.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Anybody out there? Is anybody
out there? See what I'm saying? See, listen. This is a small dose. I get this every day at work. And, I don't know why when he just said that, this comes to mind. I want to also send out thoughts and prayers to the folks in Kentucky and Illinois who were devastated by the tornadoes that hit. We too got some of that. We of course didn't get tornadoes here, not that I'm aware of, but we did get a lot of rain. And again, wind and so on and so forth. That's what why our power and stuff was out. But boy, it's a lot of devastation going on. But one day at a time, man, if that's even possible. But it's all to the good. But TJ, they call me Jay Revere. Yeah, the town crier. The British are coming. I guess you thought you wanted a button or something for that, but you'll get one.
Hey, I was what Jay said. I was just like,
no, I know. Yeah, I know.
I was piggybacking off what he was saying.
No. That's not called piggybacking. That's called. Sorry, my fingers hit two of them at the same time, but you get the idea.
Was that arthritis? What was that?
Okay, I see where this. Yeah, brother Rich. No, okay, I see where this is going. Yeah,
or
okay.
Parkinson's.
Right.
One of the, I don't know.
Yeah, I give you. I'll give you a button for that.
I'm just asking, man. I want to know if you're all right, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely not.
Nephew,
we're going to stay with you.
Nephew, they say when you went for your COVID test, the results was the same as when you went to look for evidence of somebody else being the GOAT. Negative.
Oh, wow. See what I'm saying? Yeah, got you.
He trying to save you. That's all that is.
I'm not worried about it.
So push that my buddy button one more time.
All right, I got you. Yeah, I got you. TJ, we're going to stay with you. Who you got? Packers at the Ravens?
I hope the Packers should. I'll take the Packers anyway because the Ravens, what's the call just got hurt today? Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he did.
So we don't know how that's going to work out.
That's a big deal.
Then they got they cornerbacks, both they top cornerbacks out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. A lot of teams would be set by injuries and protocols and so on and so forth. It's a wonderment that they even able to roll the ball out and guys play games. To tell you the truth, Double J, who you got?
NFL, not for long.
Well, that's true too. Who you got? Packers at the Ravens.
We should take advantage.
Oh, this is easy. Yeah, absolutely.
Who y'all said me?
Packers.
Nah, I said Double J. Oh, Packers. He said, okay, yeah, brother Rich. Packers at Ravens. Who you got?
Packers.
Yeah, yeah.
What a shocker.
Hey, listen.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute now. Don't look now, but that bad man Baker and the Brownies are going to start moving up there.
Okay.
How about that?
All right.
We got no business next week. We should be in first place, man.
How about that?
At least
How about
tied.
that? How about that? So, in other words,
yes, see,
Double J.
Here come the hate. See the hate?
Oh yeah.
Who you got? The Titans. Listen, man. Listen. Nobody's buying that. Nobody's buying that line.
No, you're not buying it. Just say you're
not buying it.
That's it.
I am buying it. I'm bought. What are you talking about? I'm bought. Man, don't make me go in my closet, man.
Yeah, you bought all right.
Don't make me go in my closet, pull out my Browns jerseys. Don't make me do that. Brother Rich, who you got? Titans at the Steelers.
Bought a lot of.
I thought you were gonna say your AARP.
Oh, TJ, you trying to crack a funny?
No, that's why I thought you were
going to say. Yeah, anywho. Yeah, hey, I'm going to need you to not be on both sides of the street at the same time, okay? And make sure your shoes is tied, all right? That's what I'm going to need you to do. Brother Rich, who do you have? The Titans at the Steelers?
Oh, absolutely the Titans.
I get it.
It's over for the Steelers.
Okay, playoff implications or whatnot. Boy, it's a picture going around on the internet about Mike Tomlin sitting in the car after the Steelers lost. Oh, man, it's hilarious. Shout out to all my Steelers fans out there. Y'all can't say nothing else about the Browns.
Absolutely. You gotta. The Steelers are terrible, but you gotta shout out to the Steelers fan, your fan base.
Oh, absolutely.
Hold it.
We do it every week. We do it every week.
We're talking about the team of the Browns being upwardly mobile, but no, it's got to be shout out to you and your Steelers group.
Unbelievable. I'll have no clue what you're talking about.
Field or something.
You do it every week. I know exactly what he's talking
every week.
Yep.
My body,
all three of y'all. And guess what? Y'all can all jump on your rented mules and ride out. Yes, yeah. Oh, that's not. Oh, okay.
We got easy pass on 80. You know, heading east there to Pittsburgh.
Hey, listen,
got you. Yeah,
and come out the closet and say you a Steelers fan.
Yeah, and guess what? And when you come through here, you got to pay a toll, buddy. Believe that. Easy pass, my.
Yeah, we do got to pay a toll to get to Pittsburgh.
Darn right. That's exactly darn on right. Who did not come to Titans and Steelers? I'm picking the Titans like everybody else. And then last but not least, Saints at the Bucks. Brother Rich, who you got?
That bad man Tom Brady, as always.
Oh wow! Yeah. Oh, wow. That was difficult. Oh, okay, got you. The bad man Tom Brady. Yeah, all right, got you. I mean, yeah, too easy. Double J, who you got? Saints. Oh boy, Saints at the Bucks. Who you got?
Yeah, this is like the lambs to the slaughter.
What? You want some lamb chops and slaughtered? Oh,
well,
my gosh.
Certainly.
Are you hungry, Double J? You over there
certainly
hungry?
Be some veal. When it comes to
yeah, I'm
going against the GOAT in this case, it's gonna get. The only thing is, and this it's unfortunate for New Orleans because that defense is actually very good. They keep them in games that really they don't belong in. Having a healthy Kamara, it will certainly help attempt to make things manageable,
a little bit more palatable.
Yeah. But unfortunately, yeah, they're not in the same class.
TJ, who you got? Saints at Bucks.
I don't know, man. The Saints just blew out the Jets. Your other favorite team.
This is unbelievable. Y'all wonder why you don't get the good buttons, but you keep saying stuff deserving of the buttons that deserve. Yes.
Put it in the air now. There's no good buttons. You got no good buttons.
Oh, the buttons are great. What are you talking about? The good buttons are great. But matter of fact, I think I'm going to switch a few up, you know what I'm saying, for next week's P-Program. Possibly. I got to check the schedule to see if we're going to be here or whatnot. But I'll let y'all keep you up.
Hey, listen, you get a new button, I'm going to be on my best behavior. If you get a good button.
Oh, stop lying. Stop lying.
Fantasy playoffs begin.
I'm not lying, man.
I know. I could tell. Yeah. All right. As always, fellas, that was some good stuff. And on that note, it's been fun, but we got to run. We appreciate y'all for listening. Don't forget to check us out right here on the StreamYard Sundays at 8 on the PM side. Or you can look us up on Facebook, Twitter, Golden Grams, Instagram, or Instacart, or whatever you want to call it, and wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, as well as the shop's Facebook fan page. And if you would be so kind to subscribe to our YouTube channel, we'd be much obliged. And if that don't work, y'all can Google it. For my man's Be Rich, Double J, Shadow Man TJ, Speaker for the King, and all those who follow and support us, we say thank you. I'm Barbershop Jay, and you've been listening to the Shop Report. And remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, man, come to the shop. Walk-ins are always welcome. Holla!